Pratap Chandra Sarangi.
Ma'am, clarification. Ma'am, clarification. Ma'am, clarification. Tell.
जी प्रताप चंद सारंगी जी. प्रताप चंद सारंगी जी.
Honorable Chairperson, Madam, thank you for allowing me to participate in the discussion. This amendment is a revolutionary amendment based on a very scientific approach and with an intention to give the transgender persons full protection, a dignified life, to stop all cheating and making stricter punishment for the violation of the law. Many of our learned opposition MPs have opposed the bill on the ground that this is against the dignity of transgenders, but it is not correct. The present-day society is the product of a particular discipline of human mind known as modern science. And so all our approach should be very scientific, and we should have a very scientific frame of mind. So the gender determination according to this act should be decided through a medical scrutiny by a medical board, which should comprise of officers not below the rank of a director, representing east, west, north, south and northeastern regions. Our constitution strictly prohibits any discrimination or privilege on the basis of caste, creed, sex, religion. It guarantees equal opportunity for all. But simultaneously, it also gives special protection for vulnerable groups. It will enable the transgender persons to manifest their talents, their latest possibilities, and to protect their rights and dignity, and their right against all types of oppression. The motive power behind the bill is to be judged. It is to give them a very prestigious life. They have been subjected to social discrimination, torture, neglect. This must go. They are all human beings. I have every respect and love for this great community. The stigma must be removed. They have great talents. Karna says, Daivayattam kule janma, madayattam chapurusham. My birth is decided by God. I have no choice. Whether you will be a transgender, a male or female, it is not out of choice. But excellence is under my control. We find many great persons of physical, mental, intellectual and spiritual excellence belonging to this category of transgenders. In Mahabharata, we find a great warrior, Atirathi. His military category was Atirathi, who was instrumental in defeating Bhishma, was a transgender, Shikhandi. And tomorrow, it is inhuman, brutal to insult the transgender on the basis of their gender, which is unconstitutional, inhuman, illogical, irrational and unreasonable. Everybody has a right to live with dignity. They require our sympathy, not only sympathy but our honor also. When a man murders somebody, he is penalized. He may get life imprisonment, he may be hanged, sentenced to death. But if he murders, if he kills 10,000 Sipais in the war, he will be honored with the Paramavira Chakra. Although it looks like the same, the motive power is different. In killing somebody, violence was the motive power. Here, patriotism is the motive power. So, in enacting this bill, the motive power of the government is very different, to give them prestige, to protect them against every oppression, and to protect them from the infiltrators. Suppose government makes some reservation, some special privilege for them. Any person, if through self-identification, without being a transgender, can snatch away their rights, and the real transgender may not get the opportunity. Somebody might take away. So, this act protects the transgender community from infiltrators, and now I will touch a different dimension. Earlier, the penal provision was very negligible, so people were encouraged to commit any type of crime against transgenders, and with a very nominal penal provision, they pass away. But this act makes the penal provision very stricter. I will read out a very small portion of the penal provisions. Whoever compels or entails a transgender person to indulge in the act of forced or bonded labor other than any compulsory service for public purposes imposed by government shall be punishable with the imprisonment of a term which shall not be less than 6 months, but which may extend to 2 years. With the intent or in the course of compelling such person to assume, adopt or outwardly present a transgender identity against the will or consent of such person,
Kindly
whether by
conclude.
force, 1 minute, allurement, deceit, undue influence or otherwise, shall be punishable with rigorous imprisonment for a term which shall not less than 10 years, but which may extend to imprisonment for life, and shall also be liable to fine which shall not be less than 2 lakhs rupees. Kidnaps or abducts any child and causes grievous hurt to such child, whether by mutilation, emasculation,
Please
castration,
conclude.
amputation or any surgical, chemical or hormonal procedure, or permanent or severe injury to the body or bodily functions of child, with the intent or in course of compelling such a child to assume, adopt or outwardly present a transgender identity, whether by force, allurement, deceit, undue influence or otherwise, shall be punishable with rigorous imprisonment for life, and shall also be liable to fine which shall not be less than 5 lakh rupees. Sir, in case of a sexual abuse case, how do we determine? Unless there is a medical scrutiny, anybody can be penalized if somebody says that I have been tortured. So there is a scientific approach, and that is through a medical scrutiny. So this is for the betterment of this community,
Right.
and we have every honor. Our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji have every honor, respect, love for this community, for all the vulnerable communities, and so it is in the betterment of their community that this law should be passed unanimously, and for the great intention of the government, everybody should come unanimously without opposing and support the bill. I appeal to the
Thank you.
opposition also.